Bread is one of my favorite food, but during my first pregnancy, in the first trimester, I couldn't stand it. I ate a bread and I was craving for swallow that I literally don't like. I eat swallow occasionally, let me put it that way. But bread I love, I could eat every day. I couldn't stand it for 3 months. That's like my first trimester. A lot of changes come with pregnancy. Some you prepare for, some you're not expecting it. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 10 changes that comes with pregnancy. Some are my experience and why I gather some other people's experiences just to film this video. So join me as I go on this video. If you haven't joined this community, this is the best time for you to join this community. Click on the subscription button and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to also click on the bell icon beside it so as to get notification on every update. Thank you. Now let's go into the points I have here. But there's something I want you to know before we go into this point. Some do experience it, some don't even experience anything at all. There was this lady I used to know before she got pregnant, she had acne on her face. Why she was pregnant, her face was so smooth, very beautiful. Like I would have advised her, like after this baby, just get pregnant again. Very beautiful. She looked so beautiful. The acne disappeared. She looks slim, more beautiful than before she got pregnant. So, in my points, you might see some and you might not experience some. So, the first thing in my list is craving. I know we've watched different film, like the wife will just told the husband, honey, please, I want to eat your okay, let me say I want to eat. Your baby is craving for shawarma and hoagie. Hoagie means pap. Your baby is craving for shawarma and hoagie this midnight, maybe around 2 p.m. in the night. And you're like, what is this? I know a lot of things. I never experienced that though I was craving for swallow to eat. Then there was something that happened to me during pregnancy. This week, I might feel like eating beans. I was cooking beans. The second week, I might feel like eating just corn. And thank God my husband understand during that period. Was just eating anything I was cooking. He was taking it like that. And some people, they crave for all manner of things. Just want you to know that it is not pretense. Some people actually crave for that. At some point, especially my second pregnancy, I was craving for swallow. Sometimes I would leave my house, go to my in-laws, my sister-in-law's place just to eat swallow. That was me. So a lot of women crave for a lot of things. Then the second thing is physical changes. I was literally dark when I was pregnant. Both first and second pregnancy, I was dark. And some people do experience this so that they will be very dark. Don't bother about using any skincare. You are dark. It's just pregnancy, so there's nothing you can do about it. Then, addition of weights. I added weight. I know. It got to a state that my father saw my picture, was like, "Who is this?" I I added weight. I added weight. At some point, I was wearing my husband's ring. I was putting on his boxers. Most of my things were no longer my size. Though they brasticized me anyways. But was I added weight. I know that. And some changes you might have noticed, still in physical changes, is bigger nose. Yeah, that was one of the changes I had also. Okay, as I go on this video, I'm going to just post my whole picture, my pregnancy picture. I had a very big nose. My nose was very big, and I'm sure it's not only me. I've met many pregnant women also that had a big nose. So then I've talked about darker skin. Yeah, I forgot to add this. Some people don't have fairer skin, that the skin will be fairer than before they got pregnant. Bigger breasts. Yeah, some people do experience fuller, let me use fuller breasts. Very firm and full. But mine wasn't, and I don't think so. Fuller breasts. Then I had a cracked fit during my second pregnancy. As I was almost rounding up the second trimester, going into the third. trimester, I noticed that my feet were cracked. There was nothing I couldn't use. I didn't use. There was nothing I didn't use. At some point, my husband would sit me down, washed my feet, do all manner of things, cleaned it. I felt so bad. I won't lie to you. Like, what's this? Cracked feet. A fine girl. I thought it was not going to, like, I was not going to recover from it. But after naming ceremony, I just noticed that my feet, the cracked place, the open place were closed. Although not as before pregnancy, but the difference was clear. My feet was closed, the severe crack closed up. I was happy, I won't lie to you. Then there's this thing I do experience also, increase in shoe size. Before I got married, I was using size 37. After my first baby, I started using 38. After my second baby, which is now, I'm now using size 39. Yeah, it happened due to swollen feet. Some people's sizes didn't change, though their leg was swollen, but mine, my size did change. Yeah, it happened during my first and my second pregnancy. Then acne, I discussed about acne. I know if you still see my look at my face very well, you still see little acne around here. It happened. The first one, it happened during my first pregnancy and second pregnancy. The first pregnancy cleared after about a few years. Then this one, I'm still trying to work on it also. It's clearer though, but I still want my face to return back to the initial smoothness before pregnancy. So that's the physical changes I'm going to talk about here in this point. Then the third point is loss of voice. To those that know me very well before I got pregnant, this is not how I used to talk. During my first pregnancy in the third trimester, I had cough. Just feel this cough. Since then, my voice changed from that tiny soprano voice to this, should I call it bass? Sometimes if I talk, some people say, like, is that a man? Is that a bass? I had a very tiny voice before, very tiny. But now you can see the way I'm talking. I had my first baby almost 8 years ago, and my voice is still there. I've not regained the voice. So some people do regain their voice, but mine is still there. I haven't regained it. And I thank God I didn't have singing ministry. So maybe I would have said that, oh, my singing ministry is gone. But maybe if I was into singing ministry, I'm sure God that gave me the voice would have actually made it there. But you can see what I'm saying now. So I still love my voice. It's just that I lost that tiny voice, but I still love it. The fourth point on my list today is loss of memory. Yeah, I didn't experience this, but a friend has told me that she knows some people that happened to. Maybe some people before they got pregnant, they used to remember things a lot. Then during the pregnancy, and to some, even after the pregnancy, they tend to forget some things. Yes, so that is it. Then loss of appetite. When I was pregnant, I told you I gained weight. I was eating. I was really eating. And to some, they don't have appetite to eat. They'll be like, I can't even eat my food. I can't eat the food that someone else cook. It smells to them. They can't eat. They just lost appetite for food. What they crave for and what they don't crave for, they just don't want to eat anything. It's just because of like I have to eat. That's why they just force themselves to take something. Then the fifth point is loss of taste. A friend of mine recently, she told me that she just eats, but she has actually lost her taste. She doesn't know if the food is tasty, if there's a lot of pepper in it, even if the food is delicious. She doesn't know presently. All she knows is that she's eating and she's eating and she's eating. She doesn't really know anything about the taste. She can't really say this is this food. All she knows is that she's eating. She has lost her taste bud during pregnancy. But hopefully she'll regain it after the pregnancy. Then the seventh point is hair loss or hair gain. Yeah, I've seen someone that will say that during pregnancy or maybe they lost their hair were fuller, longer, but because of pregnancy they've lost it. During my first pregnancy, I can't really say if I lost my hair or gained my hair, but I was very sure of my second pregnancy. I was shaving almost every week. I didn't shave my hair. I love the way the hair was growing. But my body hair, my legs, my hands, my tummy, I was shaving. They were so long. I gained hair. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that did that. A lady told me recently that she experienced hair growth, which I did in my second pregnancy. The hate point here is heat. You will see some women that love to cover their body very well, but during pregnancy, they just couldn't help it. There's this heat they feel every time. You will see them tying wrapper, wearing just pants and bra at home. It's not their fault. It's just that that period they are not themselves. They're experiencing hits that you can't even explain. So just let them be. The ninth point is spitting. You'll see some pregnant women carrying cup all around, some bottle, plate, any little thing, they'll just spit on it. They find it hard to swallow the saliva. It didn't happen to me though, but I know some people that they can't just swallow the saliva, they have to spit it out. Please bear with them. Then the last point, which is the 10th point, has to do with medical and psychological issues. We have gestational diabetics, which are people that have diabetics during pregnancy. Some are PIH, pregnancy induced hypertension, which is also called preeclampsia. I experienced that during my first pregnancy. I was supposed to give birth, like my HDD was September, but due to the pregnancy induced hypertension that I had to give birth July. And like, okay, I gave birth 32 weeks. They couldn't manage it again. The day I had the CS, my BP was around 196, 154. Yeah, it was that high. I was feeling headache. So they had to bring out the baby. She stayed in incubator. So that was preeclampsia. I had that. So I was really scared to have another baby. For like 6 years difference. So my second baby, I had what we called postpartum preeclampsia, like another preeclampsia, but postpartum. It was after the doctor had to monitor me very well. The day she became term, she was brought out, and immediately after my discharge, my BP rose again. It was actually curbed also. I thank God. So some people do experience preeclampsia, pregnancy-induced hypertension, just as the pregnancy that induced it. Some have infection. They'll be treating infection. During my second pregnancy, I was treating infection, taking injection, taking medication. After the baby come out, nothing. I was fine. Some do experience anemia, that is shortage of blood. Some do experience heartburn, indigestion, nose bleeding. Their nose will be bleeding. Some do experience eye problem. They can't see well during pregnancy, and if they are lucky, they'll be able to regain the high sights well, like healthy high sights after pregnancy. But some they didn't regain it back. Some fall into depression, anxiety. Oh, what will happen? The fear of even giving birth alone. Fatigue, loneliness, even if the family member are with them. Some they just feel isolated. A lot of things comes with pregnancy. That's why you have to have someone around, even if it's your doctor, just talk to someone, please. Pregnancy is a wonderful experience. It's actually a wonderful experience. And please don't judge any pregnant women out there. You don't know what they're passing through at that moment. Just let them breathe. Just put them in your prayer for safe delivery. Meet me at the. I don't know. This video is kind of emotional to me. Emotional and kind of hilarious. Yeah, meet me at the comment section. I know I've not said some things you experienced. I know I've not said some things you actually saw some people experience. So please join me at the comment section. Let us rub minds together. Give me other points I haven't listed. Let's share it together. Let other get to know what they are about to enter or what they have entered already. So thank you very much. Don't forget my voice is one of the things I lost during pregnancy. Until next video, remember to stay dignified.